Hello people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Minalkhona. Today we are going to explore the banking option on QuickBooks. Now what is this banking option? You can actually download the bank statement directly on QuickBooks so that you just have to post the entries from the bank statement. You don't have to record each and every transaction looking at the bank statement. Rather, you are posting every transaction which is already imported in the system. Now, how do you do that? Now, before we go forward, please subscribe to the channel. If you have not viewed other videos related to QuickBooks Online, you will find the playlist link in the description box. You can also now join us on Telegram, wherein you will find all the notes or related shortcuts, etc. on the Telegram link. All right. So now to go to my banking option, the first thing which I'll require is the bank statement. Now, since all of us have net banking option, very easily you will be able to download your bank statement. Download your bank statement in Excel format. You will have to make sure that what are the columns. So I require the columns that usually are date, particulars, debit, and credit. And many times there are only 3 columns, which are date, particulars, and amount. So the debit and credit both are in same column. All right. You will have to save as this file in CSV format. So .csv format, which is again a type of Excel. So this is a format which is required. Now, once you're ready with your file, you will have to come to settings, import data. In import data, I can see that these are all the different types of imports which can be made. I can import data. So I am right now I'm going to import bank data. Now I can also directly connect the bank. So if you find your bank here, I can directly link the bank account here. So you can find your bank account and you can directly link your bank account here. So that is one option. So here I am seeing all the international banks. And if you do not find your bank option here, the second option which is available to you is you can select your CSV saved bank statement file. So right now I have shown you the CSV bank statement file. I'm going to bring that statement file here and I'm going to say continue. Now, if this is a bank statement file, I need to post these transactions to some bank account. So in QuickBooks, if you already have a bank account created, you can select that bank account. And otherwise, on the top, you also have the option to create a new bank account. Right now, I have already created a bank account. We have already seen how to create ledgers. Continue. Now, this particular page is asking you the details related to the Excel file. Now, the first row in my Excel file is the header. So I'm going to say, yes, my file has a header. Now, how many columns show amounts? So right now I have debit and credit, 2 columns which are showing amounts. If you just have 1 column, you can take 1 column. What is the format of the date? So the date format is DD, MM, YY. All right. Now here I need to select which column is my date. My description is in column 3. Column 5 is credit and column 4 is debit. All right. I'm going to say continue. And here you are saying that all my transactions have been imported to QuickBooks. Now, how many transactions do I want to take to QuickBooks? Here I can select if there are certain transactions which I do not want to take into the account, I can deselect that particular transaction. Right now I'm selecting all transactions and I'm going to say continue. It is asking me, do you want to import 20 transactions? So I'm saying yes. Now, right now, the transactions have just been imported to QuickBooks. They are not included in my books of accounts. So how do I include them in my books of accounts? Now, this particular point is known as posting the transaction. I'll have to add each transaction to my books of accounts. Now, how do I add that? So for that, I can come to business overview. In business overview, transactions, bank transactions. And here I have all the transactions which I have pulled right now from the bank statement. I'll have to select each transaction. I'll have to update the transaction. All right, this is a deposit for ABC and customer. This is my category. So if I want to select the category and apply and accept. So in this way, on the top, you are seeing transaction categorized, meaning I have posted this transaction to the system. If I want to check where is the transaction posted, I can see here for review. For review, meaning there are 30 transactions right now, which I need to review each of the transaction and post it to my books of accounts. The transaction which I have already posted to the system, you are going to see it in categorized. So in categorized, I can view the transaction which have been posted. Excluded. In excluded, I can see the transactions which I may have excluded from my books of accounts, meaning from my review, when I say that I do not want to add a certain transaction to my books of accounts, I do not want to post it to my books of accounts, I can just select that transaction and say exclude. So if I say exclude, meaning this particular transaction will be excluded and I need to remove it separately or show, I want the system to show it separately and not include it in the books of accounts. In this way, I don't need to record each and every transaction looking at the bank statement. Rather, I can pull the entire bank statement and review each of the transactions and post it one by one. And that makes my work easier. So this is how QuickBooks has given a very good option of banking. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel